Roll up your sleeves, folks, because we are going to do some work today on improvising. Doesn't matter what standard you are. The thing that I see most often is people not paying attention to the basics. So we are going to start with the basics and then progress through. I want you to take part. You don't even need your sax for this one. So first of all, we are going to clap on 2 and 4. What's the weakest thing that most people experience when they're improvising? It is their rhythm. All I want you to do, dead simple, is clap on beats 2 and 4. And count the beats. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it could not be easier. And then after 8 bars, you're just going to say second chorus, 2, 3, 4. Let's do a couple like that. Now, if you're struggling with this, that's what you need to work on, all right? Not enclosures and 2-5-1s. Okay, here we go. Everything today, by the way, is taken from Improvisation Mastery. There are she blows. I've got a great special offer on at the moment, so go and see the link in the description because this is just a soup song of what you're going to get in Improvisation Mastery. All right, let's have some fun. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 3, 4. 5, 2, 3, 4. 6, 2, 3, 4. 7, 2, 3, 4. 8, 2, 3, 4. Second chorus. 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. Now, you want to feel this beat in your body, okay? If you're robotically counting and just hoping it lines up with the music, you've got it all wrong. The beat is visceral in your body, okay? Third chorus. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 3, 4. 5, 2, 3, 4. Just feel it in your body, okay? Don't count up here. Useless. If you're counting up here, then you're never going to be able to keep track of a form of a song or where you are in the music or anything like that because your head is going to be filled with other stuff, believe me. You got to feel that beat in your bones. In dem bonaruna doos. Bonaruna doos. All right, now, let's take it one step forward. First of all, we're going to clap on beat 1. Then we're going to clap on beat 2. Then we're going to clap on beat 3. Then we're going to clap on beat 4. I'll tell you what, let's do 2 bars of each one, all right? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Beat 1. Now beat 2. 1. Beat 3. 1, 2, 3. Beat 4. 1, 2, 3. Again. 3, 4. Second 8. How you doing? 1. This should be a piece of cake, okay? All right. So these are just simple warm-ups to get you going. There's loads of other really cool stuff like this in Improvisation Mastery. Like I said, there's a special offer on at the moment. And if you think that's the last time I'm going to mention it in this video, you are totally wrong. I'm going to keep going on about it because it is the easiest way for you to learn how to improvise from the ground up and way into advanced. Right. So look at my notes. Okay. Now this is cool. Now you need to grab your horn. Okay. What you're going to do is we're now going to get ourselves one note. On alto, it's going to be the note E, all right? I've got my Better Sax Session Stealth Bomber, which is invisible on videos. So you're going to play E if you're playing alto. You're going to play A if you're playing tenor. Now, here's the secret. Well, it's not a secret. Here's the exercise. You are going to clap something, leave a bar, then play it on that one note on your instrument. So you might go ba, for leave a bar. Okay? Simple as that. Let's do it. Let's do it. Now, why are we doing this, by the way? It's because we're trying to get more clarity in your improvising when you take solos. And we're starting with a simple groove and a simple chord sequence. Well, we're not even using a chord sequence. We're using one scale. We're going to get to the scale in a minute. But everybody is lacking that clarity, that simple, strong idea to their soloing. And it's just like a random noodle generator. That is what we're trying to eliminate. You're going to clap something, leave a bar, and then you're going to play exactly the same rhythm. That shows intention and it shows groove. Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
2, 3. Let's do another one. 2, 3.
3, 4. Second note.
Off beats. Okay, you get the idea, yeah? That shows that you are deliberately and kind of consciously playing something that you have already created rhythmically. Now, once you can do that, your solos are going to sound so much better. There's loads more of that in Improvisation Mastery. There's a bunch of it, believe me. I'm skipping loads of steps to keep things moving today. Remember, that link is in the description. You've got a great deal right now. Okay, that is one note, clap it, play it. Now, we're going to skip forward a few steps because it's YouTube. All right. Now, if you're inside the Inner Circle membership, you can see the link there in the Inner Circle. There is a lot of bonus videos. Well, there's a bonus video every week, and I'll go into a bit more in depth for you. However, let's skip forward a few steps and let's bring up the scale that we're going to be using. For me on Alto, this is an E pentatonic scale. Okay, we're in the key of concert G. That makes me in the key of E for alto sax. You would be in the key of A if you're playing tenor sax. Now, why is it written all weird there for you? Now, here's why. You see the magnets? The magnets are the root of the key. Okay, they are the strongest notes that you want to be magnetized to. Because when it comes to pentatonics, and any scale really, all notes are not created equal. This is one of the biggest secrets about sounding good when you improvise. You get a 5-note scale, but you don't emphasize all 5 notes necessarily, okay? To begin with, you want to magnetize yourself to that home note. Whoops, didn't play the track. Here we go.
Third 8.
Bit flat there. Right? That root note is the strong note that you want to be most attracted to, which is why it's got magnets and why it's green. All right. Then you've got notes beneath the, I'm laughing at my squeaky chair. You've got notes beneath the root and you've got notes above the root, and you can kind of pivot up and down going back to the root. So you can go up or down and keep coming back to that home note. Now, that's the black notes. Now, what about the blue note? Well, the blue note is the bluesy flattened note, which is going to give it that kind of, well, it gives it the bluesy sound. You know, it's a no-brainer, guys. But you're not going to use the G and the G sharp together. You take your pick. I'm either going to play a G sharp or I'm going to play a G. Now, I tell you what, to keep this exercise simple, just ignore the blue note for the moment. We're just going to use the normal pentatonic scale, 5 different notes. Okay, so the actual scale itself sounds like this before we do the exercise. Right. Now, another big secret of making your improvisation stronger is learning great phrases from people from records using pentatonics. Don't try and reinvent the wheel yourself. That's another story. I've done quite a few videos on that. Okay, here's the actual exercise, which is going to help you. You are going to, just checking my notes, you are going to sing something. Ooh, singing, ooh. Then you're going to play it back. Remember like we did with the clapping? So, find your home note. My singing is the worst in the world, so you won't feel bad about your singing. That's why I sing so badly, so you don't feel bad about your singing. Okay, I'm going to take the scale off the page because I want you to memorize that scale and not read it. It's only 5 notes. Then I'm going to sing something, and then I'm going to play it back. Same format, okay? Let's give it a go. That's my home note. So go ba ba da da ba 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 da ba. That's my pentatonic. Let me see what I can come up with. Good start there, Jamie.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Ba 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 da ba ba ba. Ba da da ba da da ba da.
3, 4.
Ba 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 da ba ba da. Dooba dabba dooba dooba dabba dooba 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 dabba dooba dooba dabba dooba dooba. Obviously, you don't have to do anything as complicated as that. I have no idea why I did that. It was super dumb. So, this is going to do one of several things, which is really great for your improvising. Number one, when you sing something, you want to play it back with the same phrasing that you sung it. So, when you sing it with good phrasing. Don't just go, you got to sing it with rhythm and phrasing because you haven't got your instrument in the way, all right? So you should be able to just sing anything you want, no problem, with good phrasing. And then when you play it back, you copy that phrasing, you copy that groove, you copy that rhythm. Number two, you have to be able to play it. So you have to sing something simple enough to play. Now you might want to do this exercise again and make it a little bit more simple to begin with, like this.
3, 4.
Ba ba da ba ba. One note. Ba 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 da.
4.
And then maybe you introduce one more note. So let's do the 6 underneath it. Okay. Ba ba. Okay, here we go. 2 notes now. Ba ba boo da ba boo da. Now we'll introduce the note above. Ba ba da 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 da. Okay, so here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Ba ba boo da boo doo da. All right, you get the idea. You're not silly. So gradually introduce the notes. Now the third thing, which is really going to help, is that you are learning to play what you hear. Okay, everyone's always saying, oh, I want to be able to play what I hear in my head. Okay, sing something that came from your head and then play it. Ta-da! Simple as that. Right, so there's lots of other benefits for this, you know, phrasing, groove, because when you sing things, you know, you sing them naturally with groove, well, one hopes. And when you play it back, that will help you copy the phrasing correctly. So it's just such a great exercise. Let me do it one more time, except this time I am going to take it up a little level and I'm going to add in the blue note. Okay, I'm going to add in the blue note, the G, and I'm going to show you how to use that. So let's see what I can do here. I could fall flat on my face here. Ba, 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 ba. Sometimes I can't find the right octave. It doesn't really matter what octave you're in. All right, here we go, guys.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Ba ya be do ba ba ba. Ba da be ba 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 da ba.
4.
Do ba 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 do ba 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 do ba do ba ba do ba ba. Ba da 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 da. Babbly abba do babbly ba da babbly abba do babbly do da. Muff that up. Babbly abba do ba ba babbly abba do ba da. That was a bit better. All right. Now, once you've done that, you can flip it, all right? You can flip it, play something, and then sing it back. Now, this is where you really have to be canny, because now if you're just playing a bunch of gibberish, you won't be able to sing it back, and that's the litmus test. This actually should be the easier way of doing it. So, I'm going to play something, and then I'm going to try and sing it back.
1,
2, 3,
4.
wasn't even on the pentatonic. All right, anyway, there you go. That is the whole point of the exercise. You play something and then you sing it back. Now, you see how good this is going to be for your improvising, and how, in theory, simple it should be. This is powerful medicine indeed for your improvising. So, like I mentioned already, opening today, special offer on my flagship course, Improvisation Mastery. Piece by piece, learn to create the sax solos you've always imagined. Now, that's exactly what we've just done, right? Okay, you've imagined a phrase and you've played it, and I've showed you how to do it. Now, I've condensed 30 plus years of onstage knowledge, everything that I've learned of all the years playing all around the world, into Improvisation Mastery. Believe me, it is an absolutely awesome program. Hundreds of people have already done it. Everybody raves about it. So if you want to start learning how to play like a lovely melodic line through chord changes, Improvisation Mastery is for you. If you've never improvised in your life, you've seen how simple it starts, just with clapping. If you want to learn to play better blues, if you play in a reggae band, if you play in a community band, gospel band, if you play in a big band, and you want to play over 251s, standards, Improvisation Mastery is for you. There's loads of really cool bonuses as well. For example, I've got a whole course called Demystifying Standards that unpacks the harmony of standards. There's a rhythmic development course. There's all sorts of cool stuff. And there's even a built-in community where you can hang out with like-minded people, so that the next time you play your favorite lick to your nearest and dearest, for the 10th time, they don't start raising their eyebrows and rolling their eyes because they're so bored about you and your bleeding saxophone. So you can hang out with all the other students in there. The offer is only open for about 5 days. So if you're watching this video too late, sorry about that, but it's always available. All year round it's available. It's just that there's a really cool deal on for you right now. So go and check out Improvisation Mastery. And that's enough waffle from me. Till next time, practice hard, practice smart, and enjoy your music. Because this is going to... Why is my chest so squeaky all the time? So annoying.